How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Polaris X podcast. How's everybody doing?
You know how it is.
Yeah,
Yo!
those glasses, so ridiculous.
What's up, everybody? What's up? We out
Yo.
What's
here.
up, guys? It's the guys with
Season
glasses. What it do?
It's the gang with 3 minds and 6 balls. You know who it is. It's Polaris X Radio. We hope you are all doing great. Dude, that is the best tagline that John made up ever, man. I'm
Thank you,
addicted
guys.
to that.
I'm really happy that you guys love it. I think it's
Dude, I swear to God, man. Because this opens up the door. So, like I said before, if we could ever do like a testicular cancer ad, we could do 3 minds, 5 balls. Spread awareness of male testicular cancer. Like
some
this opens up
sponsors, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Red Cross sponsor us.
We need your money. Nah.
Welcome back to the Polaris X podcast. 6 balls, 3 minds. We're back at it again.
So, how was everyone's week this week?
It was good. It was laid back.
Is that bye?
Yeah. Actually, I got a fucking A+ on one of my finals.
Yo,
which is like
congrats.
which is like the only A+ I think I've ever gotten going right so far. So that felt really good.
You deserve to feel happy for that. That's not an easy feat, man.
Thank you. Yeah, dude. I was like, I got the email saying like, oh, like a new mark just got blah blah. So I like rushed to my computer and my heart's like beating. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna fail. You know.
A+.
So, yeah, A+. So like, it felt really good. I was like, god damn, finally. Because last semester, bro, fucking did so bad. So.
It really kicked your ass.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Hey, well, at least now you get to relax.
Yeah.
Turned upside down.
What about you, Diego? How was your week?
I'm good. I'm getting grades back too. Got A-, A-, all the way through. So
That's
fuck
good,
yeah.
man.
Nice.
we're chilling.
Nice. That's
I
it.
want to thank
Fuck yeah.
my brain and my parents. All right. Thank you.
Knowledge.
For that knowledge.
We gotta have the Ty Lopez. My Lamborghini in my garage, but I have these bookshelves. Knowledge.
Thank you for this knowledge, guys.
What about you, Justin? How was your week?
Well, I had Friday off because I did Monday to Thursday 4 10-hour shifts, and they were getting pretty long. But I mean, having a long weekend it always feels nice. So I'm grateful for that. I talked with Diego last night when we were playing How to Survive on the PS3. I was telling him that I'm actually considering going to school
For what?
mortuary science. Gonna
Wait,
be a
what is that? Is that like?
gonna be a mortician.
Yeah. Okay, I think it was something along those. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, this would be perfect because if we ever
When you walk in day one of your job, decked out in merch, mortician, fucking merch. You get the cap and the fucking shorts and shit.
Dude. Yo, and then they're just gonna look at me like you're really, I'm very dedicated to the job. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, and dude, this would be perfect because if we ever form a gore grind band, like legit, there's dead bodies everywhere. Like this would be perfect.
That's horrible.
Dude, it really is deplorable. Well, look how Carcass got big. Look how they started. Look how every gore grind band is.
Oh my God.
What kind of music have you guys been getting into this week?
Yes.
Okay, 2 bands. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is this post-punk band from the UK dry cleaning, and they put out their first album maybe like a few months ago, and it's really fucking good. And they released like an EP or two before that, and other than that, um, Laura Branigan's first album.
Is that like a pop singer?
Yeah, yeah, she's like pop, like hard rock kind of a singer from the '80s, and
Oh,
her
so it's
vibe.
kind of like a Pat Benatar-ish.
Yeah, she's like a rip
Oh.
off of that. Yeah,
Oh shit!
Ch-
yeah.
Well, what's her name?
Pat Benatar.
Check it out, Laura Branigan.
Diego just said Pat Benatar.
Check it out.
Pat
Pat
Benatar
Benatar
too.
Jr.
If anything, we'll write a name of all the
Yeah.
of all the bands and shit that we say.
Yeah.
Diego, you've been listening to nothing as of recently. Come on.
Yeah, like the only thing
What's
that
new?
I've been listening to is just the stuff in preparation for this podcast. So that's pretty much it.
So, well, I don't want to
I mean, we're
spoil
not
it,
gonna
but
spoil it, but we'll get into it
Yeah.
later, and I'll give my thoughts on it later. But yeah, it's very interesting to say the least.
So some of the heaviest shit like to get into.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a few bands. There's this old death metal band, fucking brutal, most disgusting album covers I've ever seen. It's from a band called Waco Jesus. Fucking heavy, it's unbelievable. And some of the titles are just absolutely deplorable.
Oh my god.
I've
Name
been
some.
Orgasm is the enemy, like stupid shit
What
like
the
that.
fuck?
Dude, there's one album cover called Filth where it's this girl with her asshole stretched and just a prolapse anus. It's the most vile thing I've ever seen.
Bro, what the fuck?
I've
the
also
fuck?
I got CDs from them. I've already been listening to Bolt Thrower, but I've been on like a little bit of Bolt Thrower kick, and I only know them from the 10,000 splits they do. Agathocles. Dude, I've been practicing how to fucking say it, and I'm messing up on the spot. That's amazing.
Nah, it's fine.
Agathocles. There we go. So I think that was like an old Greek king or some shit. I've been listening. I couldn't get into this band, but I finally understand it now. Deathspell Omega from France, really good black metal.
Wait,
Um,
what?
Deathspell Omega,
Oh, okay.
pretty good band. And then I've been getting back into the Mexican Disgorge and Last Days of Humanity. And dude, this one Japanese band, it's 5 words long, and I have to read. Flagitious idiosyncrasy in the dilapidation.
What the hell?
fuck? They just
Dude, it's
opened
it's
the
a
dictionary and they just like pointed at.
they just took like
words.
they just took like those darts and just threw it at the board.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, it's made up of like these. It's a Japanese band made up of these 4 small women, and dude, it's some of the heaviest shit like to come out of the fucking East, man. It's amazing. And if you see the live video from Obscene Extreme Fest, they fucking kick it, man. It's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's really Waco Jesus and The Last Days of Humanity is what I've been listening to a lot though, as of recently. And that fucking 5-letter band. I'm not repeating that name.
It just rolls right
Yeah.
off the tongue.
Dude, I had an easier time saying that than Agathocles. Like,
Honestly,
what the fuck?
the fuck?
Yeah.
You know
So-
what's the deal with these fucking bands always having to like choose like just weird words to?
Dude,
It's like they all do it. You know, like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's fucking weird.
Like what's the joy?
gore grind bands are the worst because they'll pick like a medical term that's like I saw one that was like 45 letters long and it was like a fungal infection. I don't remember. I think the band name for short is like something like 56 Gore or some shit. But it's just like, bro, like no one can pronounce your band. Like, bro, that's a good way for no one to ever search up your band. I promise you.
Exactly.
Now you guys want to move on to the topics now. So
Yeah. So
unless you guys got anything else to say, you're good.
yeah, here.
All right.
Welcome to a new edition of the Hammer, where this week we're reviewing nothing because we're taking a break from that. Like,
Conspiracy theory time.
yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but I've been watching this YouTube video. It's like I don't know. The series isn't even done. It's like multiple parts of a tier list of like conspiracy theories. Like it starts off with normal ones, like the ones you've heard of, like 9/11 was inside job, the lizard people, and blah blah blah. And then the more it goes down, like in those iceberg tier lists, the more obscure and just crazy these fucking conspiracy theories get. So that's why like I chose this topic, because I'm like, as
Yeah.
batshit insane as they sound, they're fucking fun to read.
So what's a crazy conspiracy theory that you saw from that list
From that list,
or
okay.
from anything?
Well, this one is from this list, and
Okay.
I thought it was like it's so far out there. So you know how soy can be like a substitute for some parts in a recipe.
Hmm.
So apparently soy contains like a very small amount of estrogen, but if eaten in huge amount of quantities, apparently it can mix with your um that like a bit of it can cause a bit
Yeah.
of a chemical imbalance. And you know how estrogen is, I guess, the hormone that you can find
Yeah.
that you find in females. So the conspiracy theory goes, get this. So the elite, the secret Illuminati elite, whatever,
Exactly.
they're putting soy in all the food to pump men with estrogen, so that
What the fuck?
so that they're more feminine and not as like brutish, so they can never like take over the government.
What?
What?
I kind of believe it, but I know it's bullshit. But I don't know.
Well, what
Wait,
what
I'm
make
mixed
you
on
find?
this. I do believe that milk in general, I think, has estrogen, just like any kind of milk. That's something that I kind of believe in that.
Estrogen or soy milk? Like,
Just
so can you even have soy
in
milk?
general.
Yeah, you can have soy milk.
Yeah.
Okay, that is okay. I'm confusing that with like almonds.
I do believe that. I do believe the estrogen part, but I'm not too. I don't really believe in the trying to make the male, like all the males on the earth, be like
Feminine,
less
so they,
masculine. Yeah, exactly.
dude. But
I
I
don't
like
know
I
about
look.
that.
I looked a bit into it. Apparently, if you do eat way too much soy, there is a possibility for a hormone imbalance. That part, I
Yeah.
I can somewhat agree with, but it's just like that is so far fetched. Like,
Yeah.
why not just like straight? Like, I guess it's like you're trying to go from the shadows and control everyone, be like the puppet master.
Yeah.
But like, bro, like that is such a to the and I know that the food industry, like a lot of food nowadays, how many chemicals that there are in it, and
Yeah.
just to make it last longer, there's so many like food that's been affected by pesticide and even filled with steroids. So I get the food part and how it can be tainted, but to like put all the soy to make men into pussies so they can't overthrow the government, like
That's
that is
absurd.
such a far fetch. That's
To
crazy,
be honest,
right?
I feel like we would have already known about it if it were actually the case.
I feel like maybe it's. I don't think they would have done this in the past. I feel like because now the whole big craze of finding alternatives to make healthier foods, and veganism, and there's all this like crazy food trends, not crazy, but all these health food trends going on. I feel like that's, if they were to do that, I don't believe it, because it's, to me, it's just so far out there. I feel like
Hmm.
now would be the perfect time to strike because of all these trends. But
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but it's one of those things. When I read it, I got a good laugh. Like, I got a
Yeah.
really good laugh.
I mean,
What about you guys?
I feel like uh too much of anything is never good, right? If you overconsume on soy, like maybe you'll get a chemical imbalance, and if all you eat every day for breakfast, lunch, and supper, that's all you're eating is just soy, then okay, maybe that
Your
might actually
hormones will be
be,
out of whack.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's why they're fucking concerned, because whoever wrote that probably is that person who eats breakfast, lunch, and supper for and just have
And they
soy.
realize I can't take over the government now.
Yeah, the fuck. Anyways, but that's just pretty funny.
Dude, it's fucking hilarious, man. When I read that, I let out a big what? Thank God I was alone, because people would be like, "What the fuck is he yelling about?"
Fuck.
What about you guys? What did you guys find? Dude, I love the conspiracy theories because they're so fucking bizarre, man.
Yeah. John, you want to go first?
The Paul McCartney one is one that's been online forever.
Is
I'm
that
not
the
sure
one
if
where
you
he's
guys know
dead?
about that. Yeah, they got a
Yeah.
A
replacement for Paul in
replacement? Oh my god.
1966. I'm not sure if it's 66 or if it's 1969.
I think it's
Uh,
after Revolver.
yeah, dude, that's my favorite Beatles album.
Same. Oh my god.
Thank God,
Eleanor
it's
Rigby's
such,
beautiful.
dude. The whole record
Taxman.
is so fucking amazing. Like the
I know,
production on
man.
it too, for it being in the late 60s, is so fuck, dude. Like so timeless. But
I
yeah,
know.
dude, I fucking love that one.
But like, what's like some of the evidence that they point out for like?
It's
Because I
his
mean, it.
facial features. They there's like a lot of things. They say that they got a lookalike to play Paul, and that's why after 1966 they changed how the band looked a bit, and like they changed their hairstyle and things they like used to wear and stuff, and the sound changed too. But I did watch a film about it. There's a documentary on YouTube about it,
Was it that
and
he got into a car accident and then that's when they thought that he died?
there's that one
That's what it
too. Yeah.
was. Yeah.
But it's because there's a
That's
bunch of these little things that I don't believe, because his face, I feel like his face never changed. So how could you like? It's impossible that they did a lookalike, or they made him in like a lab or something. But let's just say if that's the fucking case, then everybody in the White House is a fucking reptile, and the Queen of England is definitely a fucking reptile, and all her associates. That if that's the case, then I believe that all the higher ups are all fucking full of shit. Anyway,
Hillary Clinton, her I don't know
yeah, her
something
too,
about
her
her
too.
face. She always looks like she's like an anamorph. That's just her face looks like she's about to turn into like. Have you ever read those anamorph books? And not even read, but seen those covers
Yeah,
where it'll
yeah.
be like a kid normal and he's somehow stretching into like a hippopotamus. It's like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah,
Diego,
honestly,
what did you find?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
sorry,
sorry.
just
My
going
mistake.
just
off
for the
topic.
politicians, just to like end that, like the politicians, their goal is to just be neutral as possible to get the votes from everybody, because their whole purpose is just to get reelected, right? So
Yeah.
their whole purpose is just to be neutral, and like that's it. And then they do that by speaking in like a super oh yes, prim and proper way, you know, like with their fucking
They speak
high
like
horse.
reptiles.
They speak.
Yo,
Dude,
these high
they
horse bitches, man.
Yeah.
yo, Scream for Morphin reunion.
Oh.
Yo, but that's the thing though, is that they no matter what side you're on, they always say what they want you to hear, and then they never act on it. They want to fulfill their own agenda.
Yeah.
Diego, what's a conspiracy theory that you
Yeah.
found that was batshit insane?
What did I find? So for a conspiracy theory, when I was researching this, I went completely off the deep end, and I was like, yo,
Oh shit.
there's fucking cartoons from our childhood that are like have a shit ton of theories.
Ah,
So let me go dig up that. So I don't know about you guys, but I used to be obsessed with iCarly as a child.
yeah.
Fucking
I did, yeah.
Nickelodeon, like every day.
Dan
So
Schneider, dude.
and I don't know if you guys
That's
know.
horrible.
We're not gonna talk about that Schneider, but that's a story for another day because that guy's fucking
Oh
weird.
boy,
But
dude.
this is something completely different. You guys know the B movie? Have you watched the B movie?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
What does this have to do with iCarly? Don't tell me
I'm.
like B movie that iCarly is actually the B movie.
Hang on,
Like
hang
some
on,
crazy
hang on.
shit.
What?
So the theory is that Freddie's mom. Oh fuck! I can still hear myself on your end, John.
All right. I'm.
Okay. So the theory is that Freddie's mom hooked up with Barry B. Benson in the B movie,
Stop.
and they had Freddie Benson in iCarly. So hang on, let me get to the evidence. All right, so
Oh my, there's evidence for this.
not
Because his
evidence,
name's
just
Freddie Benson, that's why?
hang on.
Oh,
It's just points, right? It's just, this theory is just fucking funny. That's all this is. Just laugh. So when in the B movie, uh, in the B movie, Freddie's mom has a different name. Her name in that movie is Vanessa. Okay, and in iCarly, Freddie's mom's name is Marissa. Okay, so she changed her name while she was. Okay, I'm gonna restart. So while she was pregnant with Freddie, okay, Barry B. Benson died, and his death traumatized Freddie's mom, which led her to become super overprotective of Freddie. Freddie is half B, Barry B and Freddie look similar, and the reason why there's the name change is because the press was hounding her constantly because she fucked a bee.
Yeah. How?
How
What
does
the fuck?
how does a bee fuck a person?
I don't know, but that's just a fucking theory. It's just I just saw
Dude, that
that
is,
and I just fucking
That
laughed.
is fucked up.
dude, that
It's
makes the fucking soy conspiracy theory sound plausible.
Yeah, that is
Dude,
fucked up.
and even then, when you think about it, even if Barry B. Benson did squirt his fucking white honey inside her, you like, I'm pretty sure if like a crocodile and a human fuck, like if I came inside a crocodile, I wouldn't get croc babies. Okay, like
Look
straight
at
the
my
fuck
baby
up, just the
cracks.
same way. And dude, if that's the case, wouldn't like what's his name? Freddie. Yeah, wouldn't
Freddie.
he have like wings or a stinger coming out his anus or some shit?
Yeah,
Like,
he's got a stinger coming out the other end. Fuck.
Yeah, he'd be like a
dude, that's
half
just
bee or some
retarded.
shit.
I don't know. I just saw that, and I was just fucking laughing the whole way through because it makes zero sense. There's no evidence to back it up. It's just like, oh yeah, but this is actually true because they look alike, and like that's the only evidence. It's fucking stupid.
There's
I dude.
speaking of like iCarly and stuff. There's a few other shows I've seen made by the same guy that made
Dan Schneider.
iCarly. That dude, what's with the fucking feet jokes?
Oh my
What the
god.
fuck?
Dude, the fact that they
What
came
is
out
that?
about his like weird pedo shit, and it makes the fact that the Nickelodeon child foot logo that much more sinister now.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
there was a fucking screenshot of like when he was doing the Sam and Cat show, and there's like a Twitter thing that they did, and there's like a screenshot. Like if you just Google it and you go Sam and Cat feet Twitter Dan Schneider, it'll show up, and then it's
what
like,
the fuck? There's a Twitter.
and if you Google it, it'll show up and it'll say, oh, send us your feet pic. If you're
What
watching
the
today's
fuck?
episode,
Dude,
and like.
Did Dan Schneider instill foot fetishes in today's society?
I don't know.
Most
Honestly,
probably,
I
yeah. I
wouldn't be
mean,
surprised.
for
Yeah,
sure. There's
Dude, that's
obviously
so
like
weird.
some kids that we, yeah.
it's so fucked, man. What's a theory that you guys believe in?
I'll let you guys go first since I
Oh
went
my god,
first.
I don't know. I don't believe that. Like, I don't know. There's like all these famous people that are dead, kind of thing. I don't believe that a lot of them are dead. They're
No.
probably on a fucking island or something. Not like, not Epstein's
Off the
fucking
grid.
bullshit, but just like some other stuff.
Yeah.
What about you, Diego? Like,
Well, I went into deep into the cartoon theory world, and
I can't wait for this.
so there's a true theory. Okay, that's true. That's been confirmed. Okay, by the creator of the show himself. So the show that I'm
Mm.
talking, the two shows in question are Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom.
Fucking
Oh,
classic
I've heard of
shows.
this one before, dude. Danny Phantom and Fairly Odd Parents were my two favorite cartoons. I
Yeah, they're
love
they're
them.
fucking great shows.
Dude,
Uh,
how does the conspiracy theory go again? I
so
remember this one.
so the theory is that Timmy Turner is Danny Phantom. That's the theory,
Oh,
right?
How?
And here, so let me explain the theory. So I'm
wow.
gonna start from the beginning. So in Fairly Odd Parents, Timmy the rule is that you lose your fairy godparents when you turn 13 years old. So, and you saw that in What Happened to Mr. Crocker. There was an episode where Mr. Crocker had his, Cosmo and Wanda as his own fairies.
Mhm.
And at 13, when he lost them, he went insane. And then he got the hunchback, got the fucking teeth, and then
Mm,
he went into fairly godparents. Like where the fuck is everything?
fuck.
And and he went insane, and he spent his whole life, trying to prove the existence of fairly godparents. So
Oh my
so it
god.
drove him insane his whole
Insanity.
life. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fairly Odd
fairly
Parents.
godparents. So all this to say is that bad things can happen if you lose your fairies, right? So if Timmy, knowing this, right, he makes a wish because he can wish for anything. The fairies are like pretty powerful, so he makes a wish that he goes deep undercover, that no one can find him, not even like the boss fairy like Jorgen, right?
Mm.
So no, but yeah, so he makes a wish that to go deep undercover and nobody can find him, and he makes a whole universe. He creates the Danny Phantom universe, and
Ooh.
he becomes Danny Phantom. So that's like the whole theory. So
Well,
Wow.
Butch Hartman, the creator of both shows, he created both shows, and he made a YouTube about it, basically explaining everything I just said. And I quote in the video, he says, Timmy creates Danny Phantom, he becomes a kid named Danny Phantom. That's what he said, word for word, in the
okay.
video that he made. And there's
So
other
there's no
evidence.
disputing it. Like,
Yeah, there's no disputing it.
Wow.
This is fucking like true. And there's other evidence that he mentioned in that YouTube video that he made. He said that uh, Vicky, the babysitter, and Mr. Crocker, uh, because Timmy made this whole universe, right? So he had to give shit for people to do, right? He didn't want to just be like alone, so he made the whole Danny Phantom universe, and he made all
This
his friends, his
fuck.
parents. His parents are the same. That's the only two parallels that are like consistent through both shows. Uh, AJ, the little African kid, he turns he turns into Tucker. Uh,
oh fuck, it's true.
Chester, the blonde kid with the braces, he turns
Yeah, yeah, yo, that guy
into
was fucking nasty.
Trailer park
That kid was like
trash.
rancid, bro.
Redneck ass.
he turns into
Lives in the
Dash.
bro.
Dash.
There's
Yeah, I'm
Tootie,
gonna look up.
which is Tootie is the annoying girl with the glasses, and she had like a plaid skirt. She turns
Oh.
into Sam, Manson, I think her name is, and the things are parallel. She's got the fucking ponytail and the plaid skirt, but
Dude,
he got rid of the glasses. Uh,
as you're
Mm,
saying this, like I'm searching up the characters and I see like the hair color at least, and I see what you mean, man.
yeah,
Now,
this is sick.
Trixie turns into Paulina in Danny Phantom.
Wait, I gotta look at
Paulina.
this.
Yeah, and then there's another one, Vicky. So this is a bit different. He said in the YouTube
Huh.
video that Butch Hartman made, he said that Vicky and Mr. Crocker combined into the villain in Danny Phantom, and his name is Vlad. So he's like, oh, they start
Oh.
Vlad, Vicky. Oh, they both start with V. You don't know. That's what he said in the fucking video. He's like fucking
So
trolling us.
clearly, like,
Yeah,
Holy shit.
dude,
but
that's
it makes sense.
extensive.
It makes sense,
Alright.
like everything that he's saying. So
This is
like
cool, man.
yeah, so that theory I
Wow.
thought was like super fucking cool, and it's even cooler that he called it out and he made a fucking video on it, like,
And he
and he
confirmed
and he
it now.
basically confirmed
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, so that was just fucking cool. A cool theory that I saw.
That's cool,
Yeah. What?
dude. That's
Yeah.
Wow.
crazy,
What do you guys have to like say to that? Like, what do you think?
Fucking mind's blown a bit.
dude.
Actually.
My only thing is though, what happened to his buck teeth? That's like the only question I have. Like,
Timmy's
there's
buck
he
teeth.
doesn't have fairies. That he didn't go to the dentist. I mean, he goes undercover. I mean, something had to
Yeah.
happen to his buck teeth. Like, you
Yeah.
don't just lose buck teeth like that and they go straight.
Yeah. It's fucking.
The world that he makes, is it an alternate reality or it's the same world that he's living? That's what I'm a bit confused.
So
Is it like
Timmy creates the Danny Phantom universe, and it's
He
just
wishes for it.
yeah, he wishes for it, and he makes the whole universe, and he like goes into hiding and he hides in
Okay.
this universe, and that's how he grows old.
Oh.
That's how he ages, right? Because
So it's
in
an
the
Yo,
whole
that's
alternate
so
show,
sick.
alternative universe.
yeah, basically it's an alternative
Okay.
universe, and he just goes there. So he pulls like I don't know an Avengers, and he just fucking goes to the Doctor Strange portal, and that's it.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Damn.
And he just pieces
That's
out.
crazy.
Yeah.
I like that theory.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
actually
fucking cool theory.
it's not something fucking ludicrous. Like there's actually some like connections. Because I saw this one like I saw this one conspiracy theory as a Silent Hill 2 conspiracy theory where the villain, the reason why he's evil is because he got a circumcision. And
What?
like, and dude, and the person that wrote the article, he kept saying things how circumcisions in real life cause trauma, cause anger, whatever. And then he went to a whole political rampage. And then the editors of the page said like, "What does this have to do with Silent Hill?" And it's just like there's no connection. I like that
Yeah.
that one actually has a connection
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah. So that's fucking cool.
That's
That's
fucking.
just a cool thing that I saw.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What about
All right.
Justin? Do you have like a theory that like you believe in or that's true?
Yeah, dude, my mine's like way fucking darker. I believe that there is like an elite ring of like pedophiles. Like the Jeffrey
Yeah.
Epstein
What the
thing
fuck?
for me
Okay, hang
confirms
on.
it.
I just
For
took a
sure,
turn.
dude.
We just went from fucking cartoons and
Danny
shit
Phantom to
to
pedophilia.
fucking pedophile. What the?
The Dan Schneider
He's a
effect.
phantom. He's a phantom.
Yo, that theme
He's a
song,
pedo.
that theme song for Daddy Phantom is like the best song of all the
Dude,
cartoons.
have you ever seen the meme where it goes dun, 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 he's a phantom and then it goes distorted and then there's like this naked guy sliding across the floor? Have you ever seen that meme?
No. It's just like, yo.
We have to post that meme after. It's fucking amazing on this. Yeah, but
That's
like
fucking awesome.
dude, for me though, I feel like the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, I feel like
Oh
that's kind of
god.
what confirms it. And the fact before, I don't know if like his mistress released a list of it because he definitely wasn't killed. He definitely wasn't hung. There's so much evidence like the fact that he was killed. So obviously the fact that this happened, there has to be like to me because apparently his list of celebrities he had contact with quite extensive,
Hmm.
and I mean there's some names that are like celebrities that we apparently fucking know, and
Let me look at this shit.
the fact that he was killed before he even got to say the names because he was supposed to me that just feels that to me I feel like there's an elite group of people that that I feel like because rich people that like there's the really
Will
sick demented
Smith.
ones. Will Oh no way. Will
What the
Smith,
fuck?
dude. I I don't know if you ever saw the interview with Prince Andrew where they're showing all this evidence and he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, we have this picture of you with this girl on Epstein's island. He's like, I don't remember.
What the
So
fuck?
it's like, so it's dude,
Yeah.
it's the worst interview ever because it totally backfires on him. So and the fact he's gotten away with it this long and Epstein gotten away with it this long, to me, I feel like this is how a lot of sick rich people get their kicks. That's like it's like a vulgar display of power, no Pantera, but like,
Pantera,
but I
dude, fucking beer.
and some of the and there's I think Hillary Clinton emails that were leaked. There was apparently the word cheese pizza came up
Sorry.
came up and apparently that's like a code word for I can't say
Yeah.
the word but kitty stuff,
Oh.
Yeah.
and apparently it comes up multiple times of just cheese pizza, so obviously that's a code word for something. Like to me I feel like, just to wrap it up, there's definitely an elite group of pedophiles. I'm 100% certain, and it's made up of rich powerful people. I don't doubt that for a second.
Maybe here's a theory. Maybe the only way to be an A list or a B list is you have to conform to these laws of doing all this fucked up shit.
Dude, Hollywood
and
is
you have to like sell your soul in a way. Like, all right, you want to be a fucking movie star? You want to do this? All right, you got to come over to Epstein's Island every month.
the
You know
more
what I'm
the
saying?
more kids you
Like, you
touch,
know
the
what I'm
higher your
saying?
rank.
You know
No.
what I'm saying? Like,
Dude,
what
but
the fuck?
Hollywood, a lot of the shit that people talk about Hollywood that just say that it just corrupts your fucking soul. Like it just corrodes the human spirit about all the secret shit there is. Are we really surprised? Like the Harvey Weinstein thing, how long has that gone on for? I'm sure shit like that, drugs, abuse, and shit that runs rampant in that fucking
Mm.
in that sort. I mean, that I feel like, especially the more deeper you get, I feel like that's kind of what comes with the life of it. Wow, we went from like Danny Phantom to pedophilia.
He's a pedo.
Yeah, this is definitely not
He's a
kids.
pedo.
All right.
Schneider's a pedo.
He's a pedo.
But naked guy sliding across the floor.
The
I have to
fuck?
show you guys that
You
meme
guys have to
after.
show us that view. Oh my god.
All
All right,
right,
let's move
next
on
topic.
to the next topic here.
Pizza Planet.
Pizza Planet.
Oh no, Toy Story. Dude, that was my favorite
Oh
scene of
my
that whole
god.
movie.
Dude, fucking iconic.
Dude, Toy
That
Story is
was-
actually that scene is actually just an Epstein wet dream, and we
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
All
All
right,
right.
so
Wait,
The-
the aliens are the kids.
oh
What?
no! Stop! Stop!
Yo,
The
just
claw,
stop.
dude.
Yo, we're gonna get in
That's right.
trouble, man. Yo, stop.
Dude, they're gonna hear us talking about this, and then someone's gonna like fucking bust in through my door
Yeah.
in like 5 minutes.
FBI, open up.
Elite.
Oh my god. All right, so
The fucking aliens is children. That's horrible.
Oh,
what?
the
What
claw.
did you
No,
The
because
claw.
he said that the aliens are representative of children. Like that's so fucked up.
do? Yeah.
Wait, don't they get the aliens in Pizza Planet, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
the
yeah,
then
for the
fucking
claw.
then
The
there you go.
claw.
There you go. And Toy Story, it's cause fucking Buzz and Woody and shit. They're gonna save the aliens. Like they're gonna save the kids. Like from Epstein's fucking big fucking master plan.
All right, moving on.
That's amazing.
Moving on.
Help me. Send help. Just help me, please.
Oh my gosh.
The claw. All right, so this next one,
Oh,
this is
man.
actually a bit of like a serious like topic. It's about a band from the US. I kind of teased it last episode. It's about a band from a kind of like a doom death metal band from the US called, I just repeat that 10 times. Their name is Tuol Sleng. I don't know if you know what Tuol Sleng is, like not the band but the actual place. Did you guys ever did you guys do a little research about that?
I did do a bit of research, and I didn't know about this until today when I did the research. Like,
I thought it was just a band. I didn't realize the whole history.
yeah, it's crazy. So basically, what this is, Tool Slang, not the band. What happened was that it's like a concentration camp,
In Cambodia.
from the Cambodian genocide that happened, and
Okay.
I saw that like it took place around the 1970s, and there was like a mass killing of like all kinds of Cambodians, and
Wow.
like
It was during the Pol Pot reign. I saw a documentary of it. Heartbreaking stuff. It's horrifying.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I
So-
know the band got under like a lot of shit. And I'm for sure, I know they're not bad people. But at the same time, it's like, bro, don't call your band name that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's just as worse as calling your band name Auschwitz. Like it's
Yes, it's the same thing.
it's just as bad. Like there's no comparing the two. It's calling your band like the Nazis. Like bro, you don't fucking
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that. Are you fucking
exactly.
stupid? Like what is
You know,
that?
like, yeah, I know it's fucked up.
Like
So there's an Instagram page called Asian feed, which is all about it always has to do about with Asian cultures, every Asian country, every Asian nationality. So they did a report about this band saying how the way they framed it was that this band is glorifying the events that happened in the Tuol Sleng concentration camp and in the whole genocide itself. And what they did though is that because there's four members, there's like three white guys, and I believe the singer's a black guy. They for the first two or three pictures, they cropped out the black guy to make it look like it was just white guys that were
Hmm.
just racist. So to me, I feel like that's just such a stupid scumbaggy thing to do. It's like put the whole
Oh yeah.
band as, and at first one of the members released a video saying, like fuck off, and then the vocalist said, we're not racist people. I know these guys for a long time. We're not racist. It's not. And now and from what I noticed, they haven't been active for a while on Instagram, but they did
Yeah.
put a post saying that they will be rebranding themselves soon.
Oh,
So
released.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, and I'm a little. I'm a little because I see what you guys are saying, but I'm like so indifferent from it because to me, like lyrically, like if you take the whole controversy out, I don't know if you guys listen to the band.
I did.
It's
Never
it,
again.
what do you mean never again? You didn't like it?
No, I didn't like it. I didn't. Oh no, I'm getting confused. No, this is not Tuesday. I listened to the other one. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Continue.
this is the tool,
Yeah.
dude. What did you think of it?
No,
Of
I
Tool
got
Slang?
confused. I'm mixing it up with the band that we're gonna talk about later. I didn't listen to Tool
Yeah.
Slang. I listened to the other one.
Oh, well, if you listen to Tool Slang, did you listen to it, John?
No.
No. Well, it's some really good death doom. Like if you like
Okay.
Asphyx, or if you like Asphyx, I'm sure you'll like this. Um, the lyrics, it's not glorifying. It's kind of like taking. It's like the musical form of a documentary. I mean, you guys remember Angel of Death by Slayer, right? Like they're talking
Yeah.
about Joseph Mengele, who was in the evil crazy doctor from the Auschwitz concentration camp and all the horrible experiments. A lot of people called fucking Slayer Nazis, which is
Yeah.
weird because isn't like Tom Araya from he's like Hispanic, isn't he from like Chile
Yeah.
or some shit?
But some of the imagery they use on their shirts and stuff could be like
Yeah, like
if so
yeah, like
I understand that, but they're obviously not. I mean,
but I mean that whole song, it's like the musical form of a doc. Like Kerry King has said this. It's like a documentary, but you put it
A song.
into a song. Yeah. Same thing with like a lot of Cannibal Corpse lyrics. I mean, they say horrible shit, but it's kind of like
yeah.
taking a horror movie and putting it
A song.
into song. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not they're not they're not ever glorifying it. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously any rational person could see it's not something to fucking glorify. I mean, what happened in
Yeah.
that, like my heart goes out to all the victims and any survivors had to go through that. But to make it seem like this band's glorifying it, I feel like that's just like I feel a lot of these people that are saying it don't even listen to death metal. I mean, death metal's full of fucking deplorable shit from
Yeah.
imagery to lyrics and shit. Um, but I feel like because a lot of the people that commented on the Asian feed post were saying how my grandparents were survivors of that and whatnot, and they're like, how dare this band say this? But it's like I don't think they realize that obviously then let's start with the name itself, not the best name to use.
That's the like that's the issue. I feel like if they didn't have that as a name, I feel like nobody like they would be fine now. You know, it's just
Yeah,
because
you
of their
could just
name, and then people dig a little bit deeper, and then they're like, "Oh no, they're singing about all this shit," and so there you go. Because there's like a million of these bands that I feel that write about this kind of stuff, and they're okay, right? It's like they're not being filled with hate every day like they did and stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's because of their name itself, like
Yeah, that's a
because
good
it's such
point.
like a dark thing to use as like. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Death metal itself is already dark, but it's not the. It's like I. There's obviously like where do you cross to me?
I feel like
I'll let
so
Diego
hang on.
speak. Yeah.
So there's I like what you said about okay, like it's a sensitive thing, but they put it into a song. So I get it's like drawing a painting. You know, you can't like say, "Oh, you can't draw that." You know, it's art. Like okay, like you there's it can be debated on okay, is it really bad or is it really good? Like it's a debatable thing, but to call yourselves that and promote it like it's a good thing and say, hey,
yeah,
listen to us, we are this. It's like calling yourselves like if my name's Diego, right? Okay, and let's say actually I'm gonna use a different example. So Jerry Seinfeld, all right. Every other person, this is a bad example, but I'm just gonna go with it. Jerry Seinfeld, every other person that's named Jerry Seinfeld, they associate themselves. Oh, your name is Jerry Seinfeld, and oh, like the comedian, you know.
yeah,
So it's kind of the same thing. Like, oh, your name is Tool Sleng, like like the concentration.
But
What the fuck are you doing? Like,
that's
it's
the
yeah,
thing though, is it's not like there's 1,000 other tool slangs in the world. I mean,
yeah,
when you search up on Wikipedia, it's legit the only thing. So obviously, and even the artwork, I don't know if you
yeah.
guys read into that. It's from I mean, I will we'll edit it in somewhere, but
Actually, no,
it's of a
I don't want to like show the any art or any imagery or whatever. Like if well, maybe the art is fine because it's by the artist,
you
but
could
like the
show
Photoshop,
the
but the Photoshop pictures that the band put of like their faces and shit, like I'm not putting that.
no, I'm talking
Yeah,
about the artwork itself,
yeah,
like
that the
the EP, because that no that don't show the one where they show with Pol Pot there.
yeah,
Like
no,
don't
this
do
is
that one.
disgusting. Yeah,
That one's a little tasteless.
yeah.
But the EP art itself for Calling
Yeah.
the Seed, um, that painting, from what I understand, it's from a
mm,
survivor of um of that concentration camp, I believe, and he's painting some of the atrocities that he saw. I mean, if you see on if
Mm,
I don't know if you guys saw it already, but I mean,
I
there's
did.
a guy legit, yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
someone
I
throwing
saw it.
children in the air and shooting them. That's a fucking sensitive thing, and I think even I feel like I'm sure the band even knows that's a horrible
Wow.
thing, and
Yeah.
apparently, I don't know if this one's true, but if it is, shame on the band. They apparently asked permission to use the art. This is what I read, so I don't know. That they asked for permission to use the art. The artist said no, and they still used it. If that's true, douchebag
Mm,
move, you know?
I
yeah.
I read something different. I read that the artist is like he's passed, like he's dead. The artist who created that art of like the
Hmm.
horrors of that, his name is Van Nath. That's what I saw, and that art currently is in the Tuol Sang Museum,
Yeah, maybe it's the
and
museum that said no or something. Like,
and they never gave permission for that band to use that artwork.
Hmm.
That's what I read.
oh,
Yeah, they
I read
never gave
something
permission.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
read that they did that. There was no permission given, and they just used it.
yeah, and they just used it.
Which
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel because there's a lot of bands that use paintings of like old historical paintings. I mean, um, I forgot what it's called. Like the only studio album by Departure Chandelier shows like a picture of like a painting of dead Napoleon Bonaparte. So, I
Mm,
mean, that's common. Um, to me, like, where do you draw the line? Because this is death metal. Obviously, has the imagery. I mean, it's gory, it's
yeah.
ugly, it's nihilistic. That's what death metal is, and I feel like a lot of the people that did criticize the band, I mean, using that picture, I feel like it kind of does. I feel like using that picture and the band name, horrible combo. But if you use that and then you focus on what the lyrics are about, it does highlight these were atrocities that happened. These
Yeah.
were some of the horrible things that happened. There's no problem. They're not glorifying the historical events. Let's get one thing clear. People that are saying that they're doing that,
Yeah.
you're dead wrong. So that
I just
don't.
I just want to
Mhm.
say I agree with you, but they also I just looked at some of their song titles and there's some stuff I'm like, yo, what? Like what
What was
the
one of
fuck?
them like rape your cunt or some stupid shit like
Yeah,
that?
so I'm kind of like, okay, it's tongue in cheek. I mean, it's just like
I feel like maybe that
don't
song,
take it too seriously, right? But
but
it's
they do focus on some of the shit like about this shit that happened. And here's what I was saying before: is like, where do you cross the line? Because I don't know how I feel about it. Would you feel more offended that they used that name, or because here's a better, a lot of death grindcore, death metal, um, and gore grind, they use pictures of real world gore. There's every last days of humanity's album except for the new one. There's um the every was it Pissgrave's demo and their two albums. There's, I mean, Viscera Infest uses some gory shit. I mean, Carcass's first album is a compilation of autopsy photos. Was a reek of putrefaction. That's what it was, right? Right, John?
yep, yes, that's
And
the
even
iconic one.
we mentioned this before, and I said I'd show it as this goat penis album.
Yeah,
I don't know the history of this picture, but I mean, there is like a pile of dead bodies with heads on it. And before there's anything about censoring, I found this album art on YouTube uncensored. So
yeah.
just
I want to say going back to what you said about like
Where you
because you
draw the
mentioned
line.
something and yeah,
yeah,
going to
but
where the line is. The line has been fucking cut in half since I don't know the late like mid
late
80s
eight.
or something. I feel like when bands just had the idea of like let's just make the most fucked up shit and make the art just like extremely weird and a bunch of shit.
Okay.
So what I think is that what happened for this band, I feel it could have been another band too. Right? I feel because there's no line at this point, right? Bands could just write about whatever they want now. Like and it
Yeah.
could be like so yeah, I mean
I don't know.
That album art is tame compared to the, like, I'm gonna use the example of like the posthumous humiliation by Pissgrave. The album itself on Spotify, oddly enough, the album is censored on Spotify, but the singles on Spotify aren't. What the
What the
fuck?
fuck?
On YouTube, they had to censor the face. It's of, I believe it looks like it might have been a car accident. This guy's face all
oh
opened
my
up with
god.
the jaws, like, to me, what would you guys feel is more offensive? Like that, the imagery they used in Tool Slang, or gory real world photos? Because you got to think of it like this: that is someone's son, that was someone's brother, that was someone's son, and to use it as promotional art for your
Yeah.
band, I know that if someone used a picture of like a family member of mine that died, and they just slapped their death metal logo on it,
Yeah.
I would I would for sure be offended. But
Yeah.
like, and maybe it's because I'm not Cambodian. I'm not maybe I'm not. I'm 100% not. I'm fucking like
Maybe
half
I'm not,
Italian,
but
US, and Quebecois. Like, I'm not Cambodian if anything. But like,
No.
cut.
No.
But like, I'm not Cambodian, so maybe I can't relate. And even those gory album art, I'm not related to that person, so it doesn't bother me. But I feel
sorry,
like, God,
bro, bro,
The
Mads was
fuck was
gonna
that?
fucking pull his eyes.
this one,
It's like when he gives you that look, pulls off his shades.
tool,
It's
tool
like
slang and
Justin,
tool slang and chill. Like,
Tuol's like
Oh
you-
no.
so
Oh.
like, to me, like, I'm not like those gory photos. I'm not attached to that person in any way. I got no lineage with them. So I don't care about seeing. I mean, the fact that I plan to be a mortician in the future, like gore doesn't bother me. And the fact that I'm not related to this person, um,
Yeah, it doesn't bother you.
it
But
still doesn't bother.
if it was somebody that you knew, you would be offended, right? So,
Yeah.
just to okay, so I'm gonna respond to this. So I
Mm.
feel like both things that you mentioned, like would you rather have the tool slang thing or like what you
Yeah,
just
the
said?
album art with the logo or the gory photos.
Both are equally deplorable. Like no, that's like it's the same thing. Like when you think about it, uh, just it's just no. Like you don't do that shit. Like you're it's I have no words for this. Like I'm just at a loss. Like why would you even think that? That's like
Yeah.
not rational. That's like
Yeah.
you're just taking advantage of somebody's loss. You're taking advantage of somebody's like depression or somebody's like loss of of life. You know, and you're using
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
to promote yourself and to make money and to fucking like advertise your shit. Like no.
Yeah.
It's not a business. This is fucking life and death. You don't fuck with that shit, man. Like
Yeah.
you pay your respects, you say, okay, condolences, whatever. You don't fucking yo, I'm gonna like take your grandfather and like put his face on my album because he got run over by a fucking truck. Like, no, you don't what the fuck's wrong with you? No. Like you
Here
stay away from
here's
that
my
shit, man. Like
here's my response to that.
I don't care if death metal is fucking gory or what it's supposed to be. Like to me, I don't agree with that at all. Like no, I don't
Mhm.
agree with that at all. And like I don't fuck with that. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
It's because the subculture. It's it's almost like what you're supposed to do for that sub thing. Where
Yeah,
all the
it's
bands
the
kind of do
norm.
that.
That's what they consider
Yeah.
the norm. But here's my
Yeah.
response to that though. I feel like for the gory photos, to me it doesn't bother me just because gore itself does not bother me. But you know that is someone's family member. That is someone's son. That is someone's daughter. That is
Yeah.
someone. And I feel like the tool slang thing, the picture is representative of what they are talking about, but I feel like the big glaring issue is just the name they chose. Because I wouldn't be bothered with the painting if it wasn't the fact that they named their name after kind of a concentration camp. But at the same time, though, and thank God we live in a first world country. As deplorable as you might think, it kind of falls under the First Amendment of, even if you, because I think it is kind of fucked up. Like personally,
Well,
like
yeah.
I
I
said,
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't care
uh,
about the gore, but it is something fucked up, we can admit. But that's thanks to the First Amendment. It is, freedom of speech and freedom of expression. It's just at that point, it's up to the person morally. Like, what you're doing, because I own a lot of album covers that happen to have gore with it. Like, I do. That doesn't mean I'm a bad person, because
no.
I listen. If your band is good, I'll listen to it. I'll probably still listen to Tool Slang because, minus this controversy, I really like the fucking sound. It sounds heavy. It sounds like old school death metal mixed with like heavy doom elements. I love the brutality in the vocals. That the EP itself is great. It's just the fact that, where do you draw the
Yeah,
line?
I
That's
think you have to have the ability to separate the artist from the art, and you need to just differentiate that in your mind. Like this a similar example, well, not similar, but I guess what happened with Marilyn Manson. You know, like you used to listen to his music, and
I still do.
I still do too. And but like you have all these allegations that come out of like, oh, he's a fucking rapist, and there's all these like whatever everybody, and it's multiple claims too. It's not one claim,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
I'm pretty
And
sure it's
um,
real too. Like,
yeah, it makes him a pretty disgusting person. But like, okay, I get you're disgusting, but what you made is good, and I enjoy it. But like, I don't like you as a person. You know, It's not like you have to be able to distinguish that, but also acknowledge that yes, I know this is bad, uh, but it's still good. The songs that you
Yeah,
made, it's good, but what you did, it's bad, and I don't support you at all.
yeah.
And it's kind of hard to not support that person when you like the song that they made. It's a very gray area, and it's not. It's a bit yes and no. So I don't know. It's very eh. Like there's no words. It's
Well,
just eh.
John, John,
Yeah,
like, John, you obviously know a lot of, especially second wave black metal. It's kind of like the drama and all the murders and arsons, and it kind of
yeah.
precedes the music at this
I
point.
have a thing about black metal.
Yeah, well, just my question to you though is like, there's a lot of like in rock and metal and just music in general, there are
Yeah,
deplorable people that make good music. John Lennon beat his wife. Ted Nugent, he's pretty racist, has out here
probably beat
idea.
a lot of women. I'm just kidding.
Um, allegedly. Varg Vikernes of Burzum, which I mean that'll be a story for another time. The T-shirt thing at the
Yeah,
Fafunian
Varg is a
take.
bit of a. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry.
He's
Yeah.
he's you know he's come out to be quite a bit of a racist. He's murdered someone. If you do you feel like even if like do you feel like it's kind of like an internal battle or a struggle that, damn, I really like this artist, but fuck, like they really did some shitty things. Like, do you feel
Yeah.
like you can still listen to it normal, or
Um.
do you feel like I by supporting this guy, am I supporting this action? Which to me
It's
the answer is
for me.
no. I'm not supporting rape if that's what they're talking
It,
about.
Go
That's
ahead,
the
John.
thing.
and
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I am on that side because for me, when I get
Which
into a
side?
band or an artist, I go all in, and I have to read about I have to read about it, and if they do things that I do not agree with, just like bad fucked up things, it almost like I'm just like, okay, I know that I do not want to be a fan of this band. I don't want to associate myself with this band in any
Hmm.
way.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like Diego, like you said before, you kind of like you can't like do you separate like the Marilyn Manson thing? Like I still those five first albums for me are forever. I love Mechanical Animals, Hollywood, whatnot. Is it kind of like the same thing? Like, do you have like a bit of a problem with like, am I supporting this kind of behavior by doing this?
If you walk
Because
into
for me, no.
a museum and you see all the paintings and they're in your face, can you really ignore the painting? It's the same thing with this. If you walk into your library of music and you see all these songs, sure you can skip a song, but it's still there. It's still in your playlist. Do you listen to it? Do you look at it? Like, do you walk by it? It's it's a how you're feeling in that moment. Like with a song, songs make you feel a certain way, and if you can distinguish what like the lyrics, like let's say someone who doesn't speak English uh listens to, like, I don't know, Marilyn Manson, okay, and all they're hearing is just another melody line in the lyrics. They're not
Yeah.
understanding what he's actually saying. They're just hearing another melody line and they don't know what he's done, and like, oh man, this is good. When the person learns how to speak English and then he understands what it's saying, it's like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, it kind of shifts your view on that song a bit. And for me, when I'm listening to somebody that I have to separate that, I don't think about the words that they're saying. I just listen to the melody of their voice. And to me, that's the way I separate the art from the artist. I just
Mm,
listen to the melody lines of how he's singing it. Like it's just like another guitar for me, honestly. Like
yeah.
that's how I listen to songs and how I separate them. So
But has a song from like a from an artist that you guys deem like a morally bad person, because I know it's happened to me. has a song like from a morally bad person, has it ever touched you? Like, have you ever, like, even if you don't like the
Um,
person of what they said, but like you agree with the lyrics? Like, there's a few Marilyn Manson songs I can't agree with his view on society and how fucked up it can be. There are some songs by people that I deem bad, but like it does have a personal spot lyrically because it is something I can agree with or relate to. What about you guys?
oh my god, that's hard. Cause like what you mentioned before, when I listen to songs or bands I like, I don't really care about what the words are, but I just like how it sounds more.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I'm on that boat too. Like so I don't really like it's not like I don't really care that much in terms of what
What
of
he's
like what
saying.
they're
Yeah.
saying.
Has a song from a morally bad person has one of them songs ever affected you and that you hold in high regard? Like, the person's
Not that I can
bad,
think
but
of.
the song and their
Yeah.
subject matter you agree with, kind of.
Oh my god.
No. Honestly, like when I listen to songs, I I honestly don't understand what they're saying or what they're singing about until I actually take the step to research what the song is about. And I don't do that. I really don't. I don't like even for
So it's
Metallica songs
passive
like
listening.
yeah, it's a really passive listening. It's like I'm a big Metallica fan. Like I don't even know what half the songs are about. Like if
Mm.
you mention to me, yeah, like I'm
No,
You're
serious.
the
same dude.
biggest fan.
Same.
Yeah, bro, like Motor Breath, like I have no idea what the fuck that song's about. Like I just like the way it sounds. Like, oh
Mm.
Motor Breath, it's our limit. Like I like it's just fun to sing. I don't actually know what the words mean. Like they have no meaning for me. The words. I just like the way the words sound together, and the way he
Yeah.
says it. Like, but if I go Google it right now and I go, what the fuck does Motor Breath mean, or what does the song actually mean, and what was he writing about? Then like it'll change my view on it. But and I don't do that like because I don't want my view to change because I like the way it sounds in my head. So
Mm.
again, it just separating it, and by separating it, I just don't pay attention to like the lyrics all that much.
Full speed or nothing.
Yeah.
Dude, that's one
Hey,
of my
hey,
favorite
hey.
songs off Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
It's Metal Militia, Hit the Lights, and Motor Breath. Those are my favorite ones off that album.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
completely.
feel like it's such, like you said before, Diego. It's such like a gray area because I know for me there are songs. Be, most of the people that I fucking, because let he who without sin cast the first stone. We have all I us three, I believe we're good morally people, but we've definitely done wrong in our lives. It's
Yeah.
obviously to what extent. We're not the same as Marilyn Manson. We're not the same as Varg Vikernes. We're not the same as John Lennon beating his wife. It's not
Why did
you
you
can't even
add
fucking
that?
compare.
Sorry.
You can't even fucking compare.
You're
It's
laughing.
just funny.
But I mean, how many Beatles fans like the lyrics have touched them, but John Lennon has done
Oh
some just
yeah.
shitty shit.
True.
Like, does that mean like you're gonna stop listening to the Beatles? No, the Beatles sound great, and there are some lyrics that really are good and that really are touching, like Eleanor Rigby. So a lot of the music I listen to, I'm sure a lot of the guys I listen to might not have the best judgment, but in my view, if I listen to it and I like it, I'll I like it. I mean, if I read the lyrics more and there's stuff I disagree with, it does get a little bit harder to like it. But that's like when Diego said it comes to passive listening, and I'll listen to that. The guy from Death Spell Omega, which I've been getting into, like finally, he's apparently it's been known that he's a really shitty racist guy,
Mm.
and the band even acknowledges this. And like, look, we don't agree with anything he says. We just need him to do his vocal melodies, his do the singing, and then after he can do whatever he wants. I
That's
feel like
sad though. That's just dumb.
It's a business relationship.
it is
Yeah, but it's like with an
that's how they treat
asshole.
it.
Like it's not even like a good person.
Nah,
You know,
it's not
it's
a good
like going
person.
through all that work, like
But
just to deal with a fucking asshole. Fuck that.
Yeah, but they
But yeah,
see it as
sorry.
just business. They say like, look,
Yeah.
we just need you to sing. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, I don't know. Like to me, life is just too short to just not look at different things. Pest Noir, which is like a black metal band from France, their album L'Ordure de l'État pur. I mean, that's like my second favorite black metal album of all time. Sonically perfect, lyrically, they're very French nationalist, and they can come
Mhm.
off as racist for sure, which I don't agree with. But oh my god, if you've ever heard that album, sonically, it's amazing. Production wise, it's beautiful. And life is just too short for me not to explore. But at the same time, I do have to. I know this is wrong morally, and I don't know. Like, it kind of is like a lot of the grind bands that use gore. It's like I'm not. Death happens either way, and I'm not promoting death. I really love the music. I love the
Yeah.
music this band's making, but I know there are some things that are morally wrong. That's the way I see it. They're going to be rebranding. What Tool Sleng's going to be rebranding themselves. What they will be rebranding into, not known yet, but hopefully
It's
they
less
get the
deplorable.
yeah,
Yeah.
because the music really is fucking good. Like I after this, I think I might re-listen to that EP because it is fucking good. But hopefully, they could just avoid the controversy and
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
focus on the music without being edgy.
just to wrap it up, uh, just to bring it back. So separating the art from the artist is what we conclude from this, right? And going back to, okay, where do we draw the line? Uh, I feel like what we said is that, okay, the name, like if you name your band, like that's who you're representing. That's what you are, what you represent. If you name it something after like very controversial, like a concentration camp, obviously that's not good. However,
Mm.
if one of your song titles is Tool Slang and you're singing about uh, the concentration camp and all this stuff, that's like drawing a picture. So it's debatable, and it's I think it's maybe a bit acceptable to do that because you're singing about it and you're shining a light on it, right? Say, hey, this is the thing that happened, and like we're singing about it. So that's
You're singing
different.
about history,
You're
yeah.
singing about history, exactly. But to name yourself and to stick your face, the name of your band on it, and like to put it on a T-shirt, like that's wrong.
Yeah.
And I
I
think we can do.
Exactly.
We all agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like we'd all agree if like the album art with the lyrics, perfect representation of what they are singing about. Just change the name, and I think everyone
Yeah.
would be more accepting of it. That's what I
Yeah.
feel
yeah,
I
that
think
we get from it.
it's good on them that they decided that they're gonna rechange
yeah,
things. I think
They
that's the
only did that
fucking
after
important
all the
part
hate,
here.
though.
yeah.
Like they
After,
said,
Well,
"Fuck off,"
yeah,
and then after too much hate, they said
but
the internet
guys,
basically
yeah,
bullied these
yeah,
guys into doing
but
this.
I'm
basically,
sure there are a lot of bands like them, right? That
That we
that
don't know.
did, yeah. So,
yeah.
so
I
I
hope,
mean, look,
yeah,
they got hit, um, and I think they should do a fucking name change, and
yeah.
I'm sure they
At
are.
least the
So,
name change,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like
and I hope that this is an example for all the other smaller bands that are going through something like this or that have something like this. I hope that they use it as an example and that, if you have a controversial name, please change it.
to me,
Yeah,
because obviously these guys are not going to be like top
still though,
20
like
pop
this came
radio.
out though.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it came
just
out.
don't.
Like,
You're pissing people
I
off,
don't.
right?
Yeah,
Don't piss
to
anybody
me,
off.
it's like I don't care if I listen to it, I'll enjoy it, but just know there is the chance that there are repercussions. Personally, I don't
Yeah,
care if I like your music, I'll support you. But you personally is creating the art and naming the band or whatever, you gotta know what kind of shit you're stepping into. That's how I view my music listening.
all right.
I think if Wait.
let's
Oh, yeah. Go.
okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
Say what you want to say, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna wrap
Okay.
this up, and we'll go to an intermission, and we'll just play a song.
Yeah, I just want to say that if a band wants to choose to go that route and say, okay, we're a heavy fucked up band, so the imagery has to be really over the top, and we need to really like then then you better be ready to fucking take heat and take the hit. That's it.
Simple as that. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I
All
may
right.
like your music, but you gotta know. That's all. All right. So next topic. So we're going from genocide to suicide.
Oh wow, this
By
podcast is
Judas
fucking
Priest.
great. Let's fucking go
we're
to it.
going on the suicide into
Oh
suicide.
jeez.
So, this artist we're gonna be talking about. I don't know. Do you guys? I know Diego says he fucking can't stand black metal,
All right,
but
hang on. Let me okay. Let me explain. Okay, so when I was researching this thing, the links that Justin provided for like, okay, here is the research that you guys need to do, or so we can all be caught up. I like listened to everyone, and like some of the videos of like the guys reviewing the stuff, or even okay, so I'm gonna restart. So this is what I did. So first I listened to the album, or
the
the
music.
40
Yeah.
minutes of the music, right? And at first it starts off like kind of like ominous, like there's all these ominous sounds, which is like really cool. And then the guy starts screaming, and I got
Yeah.
scared. I literally I jumped. Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, the
Okay, hang on. Let me
apparently, yeah,
finish. Let me
yeah, yeah.
finish.
My
So
mistake. My mistake. I apologize.
no, no, no worries, no worries. So I fucking like I jumped, right? I was fucking like fixing, preparing shit for the stream, so it was like again passive listening. Fucking jump out of my seat. I fucking lower it. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Mm.
And then he keeps doing it throughout the whole freaking album. I couldn't listen to it all the way through. I had to
Dude,
stop. I had to stop at like 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, enough. And
did you like the instrumentation or?
yeah, the had this band been just instrumental, it would have been fucking amazing. Like the drums were fucking amazing. The guitar riffs were really really good, and it's just the singing, man. The just the
If I can't listen to it for that, and when he does the like,
Yeah.
dude, it sounds like a banshee getting head. Like I can't fucking
Yeah.
listen to it. It's horrible.
But
It's
he's an
horrible.
artist, guys. Dude, it's
Ha-
fucking art, man.
it's
what did you think of
It's
it,
gone
John?
too far. I had to skim through this. I'm not a fan of this kind of stuff either way, but I could respect it for sure. But yeah, this was just too far out for me. I thought especially the guy who's singing, I thought he was trying too hard to um it was so annoying up to a point where like he just wants people to think
Yeah,
of him and
exactly.
think of him as this crazy fucked up guy. Like that's how fucking annoying it was, and it's like probably the most pretentious like fucking album of this subgenre that I've heard. I think
Dude,
uh, I
DSBM
didn't. I thought it was so stupid. Yes, yes. Sorry, I wanted to bring that up before. That subgenre, I
is
hate.
hit or
That's
miss.
that's the worst thing about fucking black metal. It's that. I mean,
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Depressive suicidal black metal.
Oh, okay, that's what this
yeah,
is. Yeah.
yeah,
That's the subgenre of the subgenre. It's
yeah.
fucking hit or miss, man.
I
It
hate.
reminds me of Shining because instrumentation's really. I personally like Shining. My number one favorite black metal album of all time is Hamstad by Shining. Instrumentation gorgeous. I even enjoy the vocals, but I can see where people would not like the vocals. It's very eccentric. It's very. I personally like it. Silencer was a different breed. I couldn't stand it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just when after I listened to it, I listened to what people had to say about it, and like this is just like gave me shivers like all the way through. Like just the descriptions of what this guy went through to make this record, of like him cutting himself, like
In
he
the
fuck
studio.
in the studio, like
Yeah.
Like you have some serious like problems that like you have to deal with. Like I don't, like I'm just at a
This
loss for words because I was so shocked when I heard this, and it's just like, what do you mean he did this? Like, is this? Are you okay? Like, clearly not. Like,
Yeah.
the rumors and the stories around this guy, people don't think that he's real because of the shit. Like the thing about like how he chopped off his arms and replaced it with pig arms,
yeah,
I don't know how real that
Yeah,
is, but
that's
every picture you see of this guy, he always has pig arms.
yeah,
Like
but there's ways around that, right? To make it look like
yeah,
pig arms. I mean,
but
so that's probably fucking fake for sure.
did you guys hear about the one where he tried to get the cop to kill him or some
yeah.
shit?
He freaking begged. He begged to be killed by the cop with the baton, whatever. Like that. Like
Oh fuck.
you have to be like really like fucked up in the brain. Luckily, they put him in a psychiatric ward and
Yeah,
they locked him away because
yeah.
he was a danger to himself and to others. So they had to lock him away, and
You know what's sad, dude?
it's sad. Yeah,
Is that
What's that?
obviously this guy's not all there. Okay? Yeah,
No,
yeah, hundred
no.
percent.
but maybe sometime no. This guy, he goes through all this fucking horse shit to make these albums that sound like this for and it's literally made for some hardcore fan to think that it sounds cool. Like there's some guys out there that are just walking down the street fucking like, dude, I'm fucking cool, man. I listen to whatever
The
the fuck genre it's
silencer.
called.
DSBM.
DSPP, yeah, and so it's like this guy wants to this guy hates his life. He's going through all this fucking horse shit, and it's designed for the amusement. I don't understand this. I don't get this
Dude,
art at all. I don't approve of
imagine,
it. I
imagine
I do
self-harming
not
just
approve
to
of it.
create a shit ass album. Like
yeah,
it was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
unlistenable
but not
because
only
of him.
that, I'm sure there are people out there that think it's like it's fun and it's cool to listen, and like I'm sure these people feel like they're so fucking cool because they found this fucked up band and they know all of the crazy things he's done, and they're like, I listen to this crazy music because I'm crazy, man.
on
Fuck them.
on
Fuck
on
this.
on Encyclopedia Metallium, like it has like almost every fucking band.
Mm.
There and you can leave reviews. Half the reviews for that album, the what is it called? Death So Pierce Me or whatever the fuck it's called. Um, half of them are saying this is a perfect album. Half of them are saying instrumentation good, vocals shit.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of those people that just think it's absolute perfect, they obviously know of this guy, and it kind of just shows. Like I think I said like when we were talking about Tuol Sleng, like or yeah or whatever the fuck it whatever I brought it up, I said that it's kind of black metal at this point. The drama, the all the stories kind of precedes the music because the first time I heard of Silencer, I didn't even hear Silencer. I heard Nattramn and all this crazy shit, and then they mentioned Silencer for like a little bit. So
I do not approve.
yeah.
I
I
think
just
it's
no,
fucking
there was
horrible. It's just
also
so stupid.
there was also a thing that I saw that apparently I forget what it was, but somebody from this band, or I think it was this guy, he escaped from a hospital and he attacked like a 5 year old girl or
a
something.
little girl. I think that's with the police situation, right?
Yeah,
Oh my
something like that.
god.
And it's just like every
They
time
should have
I
killed her.
heard that and like I fucking had to pause the video just to
Mm.
like take and like I fucking was like shaking, bro. It's like shit like that fucking
It's
scares the shit out of me
disturbing. Yeah,
knowing that people like that exist in the world. Like
Yeah.
ugh, like I feel so bad for these people that they're not all there in their head and they take it out on others because they don't have any other way to do it, and it's just it's hard, man. Like seriously,
that's
bro.
mental illness. No one wants this. Like no one
No,
wants a mental illness.
yo, you listening right now, if you have a mental illness, get help. Call somebody, talk to somebody, okay? Talk to your family, Talk to your friends. They're there for you. They love you and they support you. Go fucking out there. There's people out there that fucking love you. All right. Don't fucking don't don't hurt yourself. All right.
Yeah.
Go get
I
help.
do. Because I was on I want to say I want to say September or a bit after my birthday, or maybe a bit before. I had to go see a doctor to go on antidepressants because
Mm-hmm.
I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and like it's not a fun thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
really fucking shit. Antidepressants fucking for 4 weeks ruined my fucking life. But
What did
like
like what
like
do they do? What did like
the first day I took it, I was like, I'm in for a trip. It was I took it, I'm like, I'm not feeling anything, whatever. Then I felt so hyper and just like what, and then it felt like there was this weight on my shoulders that I was moving so slow, and I was like, oh my god, this is how it would work some days, then it wouldn't. My parents, I admitted to my mom that I was taking these. My dad found out because it's just not an easy thing to go and talk about. So he
yeah,
talked with
yeah.
me, make sure I'm like, he's like, "Are you taking this? At what time are you taking this?" I'm like, as soon as I get to the office where I work." He's like, "Because apparently these pills, and I felt it, these antidepressants make you suicidal."
Really?
Bro, like, what's the point of that? Dude,
Wow.
that's like having this pill here. This is for weight loss, and the side effect is, oh yeah, gain a ton.
Yeah.
Like what?
Wow. How did you
So
feel after? Because you mentioned you had to go on them.
For 4 weeks.
I no, I was supposed to be on them. I had to finish like two or whatever boxes of whatever,
Okay.
and I think at 4 weeks, I just threw them out. I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I can't do this. But even without them, I mean, it's depression. It's like a living hell, but like you kind of it doesn't go away. You have to go seek out the. Thank God I'm not Nattramn though. I'm not gonna go and like kill a little girl. Okay, like I'm
Yeah.
normal.
Well,
Okay.
no. Like, like obviously not.
Okay.
and even if I'm depressed, I'm not gonna do a shit ass band like Silencer. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Shit.
Instrumental good. Uh, Nattramn not worth the cuts for your shit ass vocals.
Mm.
All
Yeah.
right. Just to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
I did-
Oh my god. Anyways, that was the tram, so we're done with that
Fuck
now. So
Nattramn.
yeah,
Fuck
I'm
that.
never listening to that ever again. No.
Maybe I'll enjoy it in the future. Right now, can't stand it.
Anyways, all right, moving on. What are we doing next?
Um,
Our
this is
dream
an
guest?
yeah. What are your guys' dream guests for this podcast? Just like
Easy.
realistically, not like I want to interview
Oh,
fucking
okay.
Pete Townsend of the Who.
Yo,
Like
fuck
okay,
this.
well how about like your dream? How about what is one that your dream one and one realistically? How about that?
Okay,
Okay, okay. All right.
John, you can go first.
Dream person something. So it's
Dude,
Alex Lifeson for me.
I've
As
Cool.
the far out one, you know.
dude,
He's
I've always tried to get into Rush. I like the lyrics, instrumentation.
yeah.
I just don't like the vocals. That's the one thing that
Listen
prevents
to
me.
the late '70s stuff, dude, because that's the sauce.
Okay,
But
the
yeah,
sauce. I'll listen to
yeah,
edit
I
Diego
agree.
edit it in like a can of like Prego sauce or some shit like
Of what? I wasn't paying attention.
Of Prego pasta sauce like when he
Okay.
says the sauce.
Okay.
All right, and
Um,
so what's his name? Alex Lysol? Like
life.
Lysol?
Lifeson.
Like the
No,
Lifeson.
life. Son. Life
Lysol? Oh,
son.
Lysol! Like the fucking. I was like, what?
The
Alex
fuck, dude?
Lysol. Yeah, dude, he fucking rocks.
Alex Corona.
One that's not, one that's realistic. Oh my god, this is hard. Could it be like an internet guy, like somebody that's on the internet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever you
Oh,
think would be realistic for this podcast.
oh my god, I
Nobody.
was not prepared for this. Wait, who? Sorry.
Nobody.
Oh,
Oh, come
yeah,
on, don't
dude,
say
I was
that.
not prepared. I was not prepared. Let's do the rounds. If you guys have
Okay.
something to say, then I'll try to think of
No, I'm
someone.
fucking joking. But
It better be.
yeah. uh, for a dream, when I go to bed tonight, when I dream about this interview that we're gonna have, is
Oh, Lars Ulrich.
Lars Ulrich.
no. I don't want to
Lars,
I'm
what do
gonna
you have to
shove
say about
50 grand
Napster?
up your ass.
fuck. No, but my dream, guess Dave Grohl. That guy is a
Ah,
fucking great
Oh, yeah.
storyteller. I'd love to
yes.
hear just like any fucking story from that guy. I could listen and just fucking crack the fuck up. Like to interview him and
Yeah.
just to listen would be fucking honor. Like either him,
That
yeah,
that
either hit.
documentary about him. That documentary about him that you told us about. How crazy are the stories that they'd
Uh,
say?
they're pretty cool. I mean, the documentary that the documentary that just came out
Hey, Bela,
about
whatever.
so Dave Grohl did a documentary about what drives us, I think it's called, and it's about like bands and vans. Try to say that 10 times fast, but
Bands and Vans, Bands and Vans, Bands and Vans, Bands and Vans.
but it's pretty cool. I mean, they just tell the stories about what happened and like the vans and shit and how like they form the groups and stuff. It's pretty entertaining. And there's a lot of people in that documentary, which is really really cool. They got like the Edge from U2. There's Brian Johnson, which is another dream guest that's on the same level
Mm.
as Dave Grohl, cause that guy too
Oh my
is
god, you're having a stroke.
can't fucking talk,
Baby
man.
son,
Keep
baby
tripping over
boy.
my words. But that guy too, he can tell a fucking story like really really good, and his accent just amplifies it even more.
Yeah.
And it's just you can't help but just laugh at
Yeah,
just
dude,
listening
he's
to
a
him.
fucking meme.
Yeah, he's just
And
a
what's
He's
your
literally a meme.
and
realistic pick?
realistic Mercury Messiah.
Yo, I would be excited to actually do that. Like, I feel like we could. Like, that'd
Yeah,
be cool.
yeah,
We
yeah,
know them. We went
yeah.
to school with them.
Bro, I already fucking I messaged the guitarist. He's like, yeah, when we're ready, when everything's ready, it's gonna happen.
Okay. So it could be in the works. It could be possible.
Oh, maybe.
Tune in and who knows?
And who knows when we get viewers, okay?
One day, one day.
Hopefully, yeah. All right. You stand?
Um,
No
what
yumping.
my dream ones are they honestly relate to ones that I think are possible. That's the thing.
Hmm.
Like, I'll say the two that I have in mind, like Luke LeMay from Gorguts. I'll put the picture on here. I met him at the Neurosis, Converge, and Amenra show. Remember I texted you,
I
John?
remember. Yeah, dude, he fucking sent me a text like, he's like, I met Luke LeMay with like all caps or whatever, and he sent me the picture.
Oh, dude, I saw him
I
and
was
I was
like,
like,
what the fuck? Like, where the fuck are you? I was like, what are you doing?
dude, I was looking across. I'm like, who's this Santa Claus looking guy? That kind of looks like Luca May.
Oh shit!
It is, dude. Beast vocals. He's a teddy bear, man. Nicest guy, and I feel like when talking about death metal and technicality in music, he would be perfect talk about.
Well,
And
yeah, I mean, dude, he fucking rips.
dude,
He
Obscura
knows
is one
how
of
to
the most
write a song.
influential tech death albums. Easy.
Mhm.
And another one that I think eventually, when we get more viewers, kind of like Lulu Clemay, I actually met this guy, with Alex actually,
Who?
um, with what's that?
No, who?
With Alex, which for the bands that I've been listening to, he also introduced me to Rune Magic, good doom band. I went with Alex. We went to see Godflesh, which is like a
Oh,
classic industrial metal band
yeah.
from that started in the 80s. Justin Broderick played in Napalm Death's first album. I thought Alex was happy for me that I got to speak with Justin Broderick for like 30 minutes.
Wait, where?
La Sala Rosa.
Okay.
And there was like a drone
Oh,
metal band called This Quiet Army that opened. Crazy concert. I got to fucking I'll put that picture too with Justin Broderick. I have that as my desktop on my mom's
nice,
Oh,
computer.
really?
I
Cool.
yeah,
nice.
and him talking about electronics and music because they use drum machines, talking about how the area he used to live in Birmingham in the 80s, the industrial ugly scenery, how that influenced music and how other projects. I feel like I mean when I brought up shit about like his other band Fall Because like I think he was a little impressed that someone actually brought that up because he kept talking about it and
Cool.
Nice, man.
dude
Like
Justin Broderick, Luke LeMay, to me, those were my favorite people I've ever met. The only other
that's
celebrity
fucking
I've met,
awesome.
only other celebrity I've met was like the girl who played Poison Ivy in one of the Batman movies, and I went up to her. I'm like, "Hi, did you play Poison Ivy?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, cool.
Wait,
Have a good day."
which actress is this? Which actress is this? It's Uma Thurman?
I don't know, man. She played Poison Ivy in like one of the Batman movies. I think Batman Forever.
Okay, dude, do you know you're describing her as if she's just like a random like fucking actress. Dude,
Who is
she's
she?
in Pulp Fiction, no?
No, yo, Batman Forever.
Wasn't she in
I don't fucking know who we're
Poison
talking about.
Ivy.
But that's just a funny interaction though. You just went up to her. Oh, do you
Yeah,
play
you're
Poison Ivy? Yeah.
Dude,
Okay, bye.
who
Have a
the
nice
fuck
day.
played? Who the fuck played? Dude, don't tell me it was Uma Thurman. No.
Was it did you just
Dude, it was
meet her
Uma
and you didn't know?
Thurman.
You met Uma Thurman where?
I want to say it was Comic Con.
Oh, okay, okay.
Uma
Dude.
Thurman.
I met Uma Thurman and I was just like, oh, you play Poison Ivy? All right, cool. Have a good
That's
day.
not even like her
Where?
like most popular role.
I know. What? Dude,
Well,
Where was it? At Comic Con. We already answered this. Okay, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
wow.
if
What the fuck, dude?
I met Uma Thurman like it was just nothing at Comic Con.
Bro,
God.
this is funny.
Dude, what the
Bro,
fuck? This
that's like
is
meeting Will
fucking
Smith and
insane.
you're. Dude, that's like meeting Arnold Schwarzenegger and saying, "Oh, you're the guys from Jingle All the Way." All right, cool. Take care.
Okay, I just want to say I love that movie. I love that
Dude,
movie.
it's funny.
I love that movie.
John,
Oh, a
did you
Doberman
find
dog.
that?
A Doberman dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So,
the least
you're
like,
realistic.
this is kind of realistic, but the guitar player in Full of Hell, I think he's great.
Yo, they're
His
an
vibes are
interesting
great.
band.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
He's
what do you
he.
like about him the most, like guitar-wise and his techniques?
Oh my god, I love that he doesn't give a shit about like the gear he uses, which I love. There's like
Yeah.
a video online where it's it's almost like he breaks down all the equipment he has, and it's because it's shit that he could find wherever, and it's like not too expensive, and I just love that whole vibe about him.
Dude.
And also his riff writing and the way he writes songs is really sick. And because he does admit that like he writes pretty much a lot of I guess
Their
what-
music.
yeah. And so like his vibe's cool, and he seems like a really nice guy, very calm dude too, from like what I've seen of him.
Dude, you want to hear something? Like I punch myself to this day. For my ex-girlfriend, her Valentine's Day gift was she got the first Valentine's Day.
Justin,
Her
Justin,
gift was
just move your mic a bit away from you, cause you're like spitting
Be-
into it.
oh shit. Is it better now?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So my ex and I's first Valentine's Day, her gift was I bought her tickets to see Denzel Curry and Billie Eilish at Plausible.
Mm.
That same day, not only did I have hot coffee spill on my foot and that created like boils on my foot, dude.
Was Full of Hell playing somewhere?
Full of Hell Primitive Man
Oh
and
yeah,
Genocide Pact, and I was like, I love
yeah,
this woman. I
yeah.
love her. I love her, but I
Fuck,
kind of wanted to see
dude,
Full Metal.
that sucks. I got into
Wow.
the band like after that show too, so I was kind of pissed. I was like, oh, I'd be down to fucking see him.
Oh, dude, they're the most forward-thinking grind band nowadays, and I think it would
I
be possible to
totally
get them.
agree.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have any other notes you guys want to
No,
say?
I
Any
think we're
other?
gonna we're gonna end the stream. Just gonna play a song, outro song, and that's gonna be it for this episode.
Just in case people forgot, whoever's listening, next week we're just taking a 1 week hiatus just to focus on editing and just more furthering promoting the band. But in 2 weeks we should come up with another episode. And I know this was like a bit of we had some good laughs.
Yeah,
There was a lot of dark subject matter, but that's kind of life. You gotta
yeah,
you gotta go through the dark to see the light, and you just gotta appreciate the little things in life for everyone. Yeah.
that's it. John, you got any final thoughts?
Um, no, but I could sing for you guys.
Okay, wait. I just wanna
Yes.
say this is cool. I like this change of Go Penis, and I like this change of.
Grapefruit. Dude, that video is goat for sure. Greatest of all
Oh my
time.
god.
But you like this? What do you
Yeah,
like
it
exactly?
was
Change.
different. You know, we didn't do an album review. We did like a topic journey. We just did fucking just did all kinds of shit. So it was cool. Like we got to talk about stuff. We got to talk about more stuff because the hammer it takes a lot of time. But this
Hmm.
was cool because we got like little segments. So
See that's the reason why like I kind of just vetoed my decision for an album for this week just because there were topics I want to discuss, and I know the way we do the hammer, it just like Diego said, it just takes up too much time, and there's so many topics I want to talk about. I feel like we excluded like what funny work stories and what else like
funny work stories and no, it's pretty much it. We covered everything else that we wanted to talk about.
other than funny work stories, we squeezed in everything, and we had some dense conversations too. And I think
Yeah.
I think like I like this coming back, this dynamic between
Yeah.
the group.
Yeah, we might
We
we might
fucking rock.
yeah, we might do this more often, but yeah, John,
Yeah.
any you want to sing
Any
for
notes?
us?
Yeah, sing. Yeah.
Do you guys have any songs in mind?
The Polaris X theme.
Yeah.
Show in the
All
world.
right. Here we go. One,
That,
two, three, four.
Oh,
Polaris X is the
the
best
greatest
podcast
podcast
in the
in the
world.
world.
It's the greatest show that you'll ever know.
yeah. Fuck, I don't even remember the chords I used for that. Anyway.
Polaris.
This
Here's
was
a
a good
song.
episode.
All right. Peace out. Thanks for coming to the
Sweet
stream.
dreams and good night.
Sweet dreams and good night.
Good night.
Good night, babies.
Hold on, I want to take a picture just like for like, cause usually you take a picture for the fucking.
Yo, go on mute.
Gotta
We're still
pose
live,
and then.
bro. We're still live, bro. We're still live. You gotta...
Yeah, but usually you do it while we're on stream.
No, I don't. I do it after.
Okay, pretend I
Here's
didn't
how you
talk.
get girls.
Sweet dreams and
You
good
just
night.
walk up to them. Oh wait, are we live?
Yeah.
I am the one to say